Hi, Lee Farnell here, and I want to talk about something when you're talking about sales. If you're on your own business, if you've got a sales team, if you're trying to get more business, this whole idea of pitch, you need to understand what pitch is and some of the science behind the pitch. Stay with me on this. Welcome back. This podcast has come about because at our lifter meeting yesterday, one of the guys in the meeting, he runs a reasonable business but struggles along with sales. He says, I'm out there pitching for business, and you know, I either get it or I don't. It's kind of like he's throwing a ball, or he's throwing spaghetti at the wall, or he's trying to just throw information out, hoping that some of it sticks. And I just know that he's going about it the wrong way, pitching for business. Now, at some point in the sales process, in the buyer facilitation journey, yes, you actually pitch, as in you talk about the solutions you can bring. But if you just start throwing solutions out and throwing a product out there as if someone should buy it, it's like trying to sell a glass of water to someone when they're not thirsty and can't even remember when they were thirsty. Trying to sell a plant to someone who's not even a gardener or interested in plants. You have to go on a buyer facilitation journey, which is why we have the POMVIC process, which is why we have yellow zone, orange zone, blue zone, red zone, green zone. There's zones. You need to be conscious. Just throwing spaghetti at the wall, throwing a whole lot of bullshit out, and then walking out of the meeting, you know, frustrated, depressed. Why didn't they listen to me? Why didn't they buy? You're using the wrong process. So the point where I think I'm actually going to go out on the road with this fellow and actually either model for him how to actually do the POMVIC process with someone, or at least watch him and see what he's doing. But pitching for business, first of all, pitch means what's in it for you, and you don't know what's in it for the customer until you've actually found out where they're at, what their problems are, or even more importantly, what they perceive their present situation is, which is one of the P's in POMVIC. What is your present situation? And then what are some of the problems you're having? What are some of the gaps? You want them to articulate the gap, as we say, until there's a gap between where the prospect is and where they want to be, a gap, a perceived gap that they've articulated to come out of their mouth. You don't have a gap to sell into. There is no pitch. Otherwise, you're throwing spaghetti at a wall, and the wall's got grease on it. It's just slipping down. So, one, we've got a pitch planner. I'm going back in some of the archives here, which starts with, well, what's the problem the customer has? And you want the customer actually articulating at least 3 or 4 problems. Then you're going to talk about some of the unique processes you have to solve that problem without actually telling them how to do it. You do not make the mistake of telling them how to do it. You talk about your processes that solve that, and then you talk about the payoff, the benefits, the savings, the payoff, the dream future, the better future that they get. In other words, you're talking about the value you deliver. And as we say, the value you deliver is the difference you make for the customer. And ideally, you articulate how you deliver that difference better and different, more uniquely, more exclusively than anyone else in the marketplace. In other words, you create contrast between you and the customer. You also might talk about the cost and the consequence if you don't do something about it. If you keep doing what you're doing, you actually talk about and get them to articulate the do nothing option. What happens if you do nothing? And then you do a check question. So it's your choice. What do you think you should do? Now, again, you stack these problems. You ideally stack 2 or 3 or 4 on top of each other. By the time you have three problems and 3 processes, we call it problem, process, payoff, check. It's a process. It's a buyer facilitating process. Look, you want to find out more, let us help you, because it's so sad to hear people just throwing spaghetti at the wall, selling to where there's no gap, and then wondering why they don't get the business. Hey folks, there's a science to this. Why am I so passionate about it? Because I've been so bad at it myself over the years and want to help people keep getting better and better. We call it sales kaizen, continuous and never-ending improvement. Keep getting better and better at it. And the great thing about it is the better you get at it, the more money you make. And the bigger the difference you make. It's a real win-win situation. The better you get at it, yes, you make more money, but you get to share your gift, you get to share your product, you get to share your talent with more people, and usually you start getting better and better at it, you do bigger deals as well. Look, want to find out more, touch base, go to the website leefarnell.com, and of course at pdcgrowth.com, that's the website that's developing. We've got the complete A to Z, from starting a business right through to selling a business. Over 47 different coaches, consultants, service providers, everything from websites, lead generation, marketing, artificial intelligence, digital automation, bookkeeping, accounting, law, tax law, a whole range of tools. It's a one point of contact, you know. You're sitting there as a chief exec or business owner going, what the hell, where do I start? I've got a problem with my marketing, or I've got a problem with my contracts, or I've got a problem with my website, I've got a problem with the website generating leads. Give us a call. We've got the people we can put you in contact with, save you all that time and grief. That's what PDC is all about. Look forward to hearing from you, and thanks for listening. And stop your pitching and start following a process that is a buyer facilitation process. I'll see you next time.